For more than 3 months, we've been talking about Travis Decker. And he's the former Army infantry soldier who police have been searching for ever since Decker's 3 daughters were found dead near a campground in Washington state. Now, they had been asphyxiated on a weekend when Decker had visitation. Law enforcement officials believe Decker was either managing to hide from them or was somehow staying one step ahead. But tonight, the hunt for Travis Decker may be over. Search teams have found a set of human remains, and they're all but certain the dead person they found is their wanted man, Travis Decker. A short time ago, I spoke to the sheriff of Chelan County, Washington, Mike Morrison. Take a listen. Joining us, Sheriff Mike Morrison. Welcome back to the program with these new developments now with the possible remains of Travis Decker being found. Tell us what the latest is and how confident you are that this could really be it.
Well, we're feeling optimistic. This was already part of a pre-planned search operation that we had talked about here a couple of weeks ago after concluding the one with the FBI. We appreciate the U.S. Marshals and Border Patrol coming out, assisting us during the week. And then yesterday, as we were concluding, we did come upon some abnormalities that we were seeing, some from our drone images. So we searched in closer, found some items of interest. We did use Spokane County Sheriff's Office's helicopter team to repel our detective teams in there, confirmed that it was clothing consistent with what we had last seen with Travis Decker, and also some personal items and then some human remains too. So we collected some of these. We sent them off to Washington State Patrol's crime lab, and I've talked with Chief John Batiste this morning with Washington State Patrol and waiting to get results back on that. But we're optimistic this could be a positive break in the case. But again, we're not going to congratulate one another, pat each other on the back until we do get that DNA confirmation. But this is a good find.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how long could that confirmation take to be made? How long will we have to wait? Because I understand that there were other remains that were found before, turned out to be animal bones, right? But it sounds like you've got, some clothing and that personal effect. How long is it going to take before we know?
Well, I can say the difference between our findings from the last search with the FBI and this search, that we had no question that there were human remains. And now we just have to do the DNA comparison with what samples we have on file with Mr. Decker. We have not been provided an ETA, but we understand that we're not the only agency in Washington state that is investigating a homicide looking for DNA results. So we are pushing and asking just for the professional courtesy. We recognize that we have a lot of federal assets on the ground along with other county assets that we'd like to break back towards our agency if possible. But overall, we're hoping within the next couple of days. We're hoping possibly today, but it looks like it may take a little bit longer.
Was there a weapon found?
No. So far, we've continued to process the scene with the Washington State Patrol's crime response team. Our detectives are still on the ground. I know that we did locate 2 feet that were still intact, and we'll be sending them off to the lab for testing as well. Again, we did discuss that parts of these remains have been spread around, which is consistent with having been exposed to the wilderness and animals getting into it. There's a science behind that as well, and so we'll continue to process the scene, collect as many pieces of the body as we can, and get them off to the lab.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.